So we have 5 children. There's McKinley, who goes by Mac. It took a long time to finally figure out that she had dyslexia and dysgraphia.
I wanted public school to work. There's certain things they cannot give her that they could not do, and it was just not working for her.
When I started learning what certificate of need actually was, all the light bulbs went off in my head. That's why all those parents are saying it takes 2 or 3 years to just be consulted and diagnosed with autism. That's why we waited 10 months to have a neurology specialist. It all made sense to me.
2020 was a different year for all of us, but I felt like one day I woke up and I just thought, this is not the America that I grew up in. I just felt like I can be someone who is asking, or I can be someone who is doing.
Chance is one of the smartest kids I've ever known. By his 17th birthday, he was a heroin addict. A lot of the ways to help people are illegal.
The entire process of opening a brewery in Wisconsin has been nothing short of a nightmare for me and my family. You people just don't want us to have a license. Like, you want us to just be done. You want us to be out of business.
What we were hearing from business owners that instead of focusing on their customers, they were focusing on how to please the government.
Just permit after permit after permit.
The state would show up and would throw away all the money that they had in producing these foods.
If you want good tamales, you got to eat them on the black market.
There were lots of concerned citizens. We simply didn't have the best tools to be the most effective.
I knew that I wanted to be part of positive change. When I think about the world that I want my boys to grow up in, I want it to be where they can still achieve the American dream.
When we left Cuba, we didn't have anything. All we had was the clothes we were wearing and $5. People don't understand what's at stake, what they could lose. The idea of individual freedom, that is something precious that should be protected.
At AFP, we saw an opportunity to use the activist space that we have to step in and change things.
We knew we had to make a difference, and we knew we could.
It seemed like no one cared. At Americans for Prosperity, we cared, and we were willing to fight day in and day out.
Americans for Prosperity is present in small towns, and we're helping people understand the principles of freedom.
This is why I choose to fight. AFP allows me to do that in the most effective way.
I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to start, but AFP and working with AFP helped me learn how to fight effectively. I absolutely could not have done any of this without them.
We are that driving engine for change.
I've seen many individuals like Kendra who were scared to get involved in politics and felt overwhelmed, and now feel like they are greatering their impact.
I'm extremely grateful that they were a part of my journey.
They had formal trainings, they had data, they just provided so many resources that were beyond what I could do as an individual.
This was a monumental accomplishment in West Virginia, and Americans for Prosperity played this central role.
Once we partnered with AFP, almost immediately we were able to meet with key decision makers who could have an impact on what we were trying to do.
You really did something that's going to benefit South Carolinians for decades.
A very powerful legislator said, anybody who's thinking about getting involved with AFP, don't, because they're going to burn the whole thing down. We wanted to burn the whole thing down. We needed the system to be rebuilt from the bottom up. No one else will have to go through what we went through to get their American dream.
The level of gratefulness I have for this organization. We're going to save lives.
You have to use your voice if you want to see change made, and getting involved with AFP is just the first step.